Oh, that should be better. Hey Misha, hey Dominic, hey Okuni. Let me know if you can hear me, please. I think I had the sound muted. Sound! Yay! Sorry about that. So while waiting for people to arrive. Hey Malvina, hi! I'm just gonna continue sorting out this bag of various Japanese papers. It's fine, early stream is always troubleshooting time. Yeah, and we kind of need it, sadly. Hey, Jinja, hi! How is everyone today? Oh, I like that. Oh, this. Do you have one? It's kind of a ring notebook, but instead of being actual paper for writing, it's actually one sheet of paper that is folded over and then in the ring, and it's like a bunch of pockets. I like to use it to sort out my small pieces of this Chiyogami and other Japanese papers. This is so cool. I don't know if you can see how shimmery it is. It's like green on the back. I'm good. I got early birthday presents today. Oh, happy birthday! What did you get? So, hi Jinja, hi Jill, hi Soda, hi Fairy Dust. I'm good. Where did I find such a thing? I'm trying to remember where I got this one. It's by Midori, that much I remember. It has a kangaroo on it. I'll try to remember to see if I can find it when the stream is over, and I'll share the link on Discord or something. I'm a teensy bit stressed. Oh no. Oh no. I hope you don't have too much to pack. Oh my gosh, packing is always like, I don't know about you guys, but last time we moved, the first, I don't know, 10, 15 boxes, they were all neat and all nice. And as you progress through packing stuff, like the later boxes are basically just grabbing everything with your hands and putting it in the box and closing the box and being like, next. But yeah, I'll try to find the actual, like, the name of it later, Jill, if you can find it. Oh, wow. Surprise. I was like, oh, nice green paper, and it has leaves on it. I may be on and off addressing some madness here. Oh no, what's happening? I don't have one myself, but recognize quality when I see it. I think if someone has a binder at home, they can sort of put some things similar together. I really like that one. Oh, this one is quite nice too. I don't know if you guys can see. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was super ambitious when I started. Tomorrow I'm basically just going to throw everything in boxes and leave them for future me to deal with. Exactly. I got a keyring with the coat of arms for Auvergne and a really nice screen printed I Love Auvergne t-shirt. Aww. That obviously came from your sweetheart, right? Last time we moved, my husband forbade me to try to organize while packing and I had to pack by location zone. It went a lot faster, but unpacking was hilariously random. Oh no. Yeah, I can see that. It's clever though to pack by room. Oh wow, that's cool. It's see-through in the leaves. That's such a nice gift, Misha. I guess I'm sort of looking at these upside down. Last time we moved, half the boxes were books. I can't really say that the movers were psyched about that. But we sort of knew, and as we talked last week, I think, in Quebec there is a day for moving, though I don't think we moved on that day. But it's often in summer, and I think we moved on the summer, and like I had bought a case of water bottles that I had put in the fridge, and also fresh croissant and chocolatine for the movers, so that they could refuel the energy as they were working. They definitely appreciated the water bottles. I don't remember if they appreciated the croissant, but between you and me, who doesn't? These papers are lovely. They are, right? I'm still sort of trying to figure out how I can use these. They're like too beautiful not to use, but then again, you don't want to use them in a way that there will be a lot of waste. So, thanks for the news and notes this week. I was delighted about the Mind of Color. Me too! I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like, oh my, what? What? The t-shirt was hand done. Oh, wow, that's really sweet. When we moved, we had big labels to number boxes and gaff tape to color code. Fastest packing was taking a photo of the numbered box and stuff going on, then a photo into box when it's ready to sell. Fast, hard to lose, easier. Yeah. I did a list, I think. I had numbered the boxes and I wrote sort of roughly what was in there. Like, oh, kitchenware or something like that. Now we make the movers come and give us a quote in person because we have a ridiculous number of books, and I got tired of the movers being surprised by this. I didn't know that was a thing. That might be a thing we have to do next time because, yeah, it means so many books. Looks like regular scrapbooking paper, definitely not. No, it's not wrapping paper. It's various specific Japanese paper. Like, not a lot of chiogami in this stack. But, yeah, the rest of it is a bit more... there was a label, but there it is. It's a bundle of authentic Japanese paper. There's a local, well, there's a Canadian shop, I think they're in Ontario, and they're named something like, well, not something, they're named the Japanese Paper Place. And they collaborate with Curry's, which is another Ontario company of art supplies. And they sell these, they call them the Futomaki mix. But basically, it's small pieces for scrapbooking and collage, I guess, but I did list too, but it was much quicker for list to say X item plus because the photo was on. Yeah. I want to find ways to incorporate these in art. I've seen a few people do stuff with Chiogami. Not that I won't do exactly the same stuff, because that would be boring, but I think I saw Audra Auclair like using some of the Chiogami paper to do the clothing on a character or something like that. It's just so beautiful. Another stack of these. This is not going to be the whole stream, by the way. I just wanted to finish starting this out before moving on to something else. Maybe use them to matte frame. Oh, that's a good idea. Like even the smaller pieces, you could paint a tiny landscape and put it on this paper and then trying to find tiny frames. That's a really good idea. Oh, this one is really cool. I went through what all my big pieces were on the phone and got a list to confirm, so I know what to expect unless I had... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's been a while since I've had to move, thankfully. I don't know how they go about it now, but I wonder, like, if they gotta ask about the number of stairs and what big items they're to move. I use those kinds of paper to cover up inspirational quotes in my planner. You know, the ones that don't inspire you. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean. That's kind of why I don't like that stuff. There's I don't know if it's still a trend, but if you guys remember, like there was a big trend of all the inspirational quote stuff. I don't know if it's still there, but I never bought into it, so I don't. Oh, this one's so pretty. I never really kept track of it, but I don't like it. I hate it so much. And even brands like, if you guys know Lululemon, I really don't like Lululemon personally, but they have these reusable bags that they give you when you buy stuff from their store, and it's filled with quotes like live your life, and I don't remember the kind of nonsense that's on there, but it drives me insane. Like, it's just a stupid bag, don't tell me how to live my life, what? And it's like, it creates such an impossible standard of like a bunch of expectations that it's just really, really unrealistic to sort of expect to be able to do. And I just hate it so much. Alright, yeah, the speaking of planners, you also have the stickers quote. Live each day fully. You're like, yeah. What else? Live, laugh, love. Yep, exactly. It's so... I find it so condescending. Because it sort of completely doesn't take into account all the different realities out there. I just hate it. I call it the rich white girl stuff. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Have a nice day. Don't tell me what to do. Almost. Almost. It's just so infuriating. Honestly, I just hate wasted, unusable space. Yeah, that too. Thing is if you add too much stuff in your planner, it becomes so thick that it becomes hard to use, which is another issue. Friends always welcome, relatives by appointment only. We need a whole collection of planners and cards made by, like, introverted, grumpy hermits. I still remember you. You don't have to come. Hey, Lena, hi. Oh, I'm really liking these. These are so nice. I'm really loving the idea of using these behind small paintings. Now, if only I can sort of figure out how to get small frames. If you guys know Lee Anna Newell on Instagram, she makes tiny paintings and she puts them in old watches or tiny glass bottles. So let the watch, instead of being a watch face in it, it's a small painting. That's so cool. I hate those inspirational quotes too. Yeah, ugh. I find them so condescending. There was a day recently, and Sam and I tried to find the cringiest live, laugh, love type quotes and compete who could get the funniest one to paint onto a wall in Comic Sans. You gotta put a typo in there too. Could always use a rubber band or something elastic if it gets too thick. Yeah, but I mean, I did it with a Hobonichi once, and it became so thick that it was hard to write on the page because of the volume of all the other pages. I got a supposedly minimalistic planner, ticked all my boxes. Uniform, Monday week starts, Saturday and Sunday the same size as every day, nice paper. But they sneaked in those quotes. What's the planner? Hey Val, hi! You could probably collage a couple papers together for a background. Oh, yeah. Or like, perhaps if I need to see at some point, let's say I have a painting and it's sort of graphic enough, not graphic, how can I say this? Not graphic in the sense of being mature, but graphic in the sense that it's simplified enough that, like, the clouds are just shapes. So you cut the shape of clouds in one of those papers and collage them in. I don't know. I'm not a super knowledgeable mixed media artist at all. Oh yes, I 100% intend to paint No Regret in black house paint. I'm not 100% sold on Comic Sans, but solid 95% certainty. Oh man. Hey YZ, hi. Nice to see you. Okay guys, these are the last pieces of paper, so we'll be able to move on. Oh, it's information, sorry. Jill, just realized that there's a bit of info in on the first page. It says a spiral ring notebook. And yeah, it's the one with the kangaroo, and then there's something checked, but it's in Japanese, so I don't know what it says. But it is made by Midori. The big problem is when you have to put stickers on the spot every time. Makes it very bumpy when... Oh yeah. Yep. It makes one small area of it really thick and uneven and annoying and I gotta go spend an art graffiti weekend with Handsome and Ginger. Yes. Okay, is it gonna close again? This one is a bit different. This is a stack of various Chinese and Japanese paper. But it's really interesting stuff. Like this is pre-mounted silk. This one is Japanese silk. This one is another pre-mounted silk, but in gold color. And then you have stuff like single swan. I hope I say that somewhat right. Sized swan. And a bunch of other papers like that. There's mulberry paper, bamboo paper, like there's a big bunch of those. Ah, this one is pretty. Okay, and I have also a couple of full sheets. Oh, I gotta show you my favorite one. This one. It's so gold and it has Manekineko on it and it's my favorite. Alright, let's try to close the box. No? You don't wanna close? You're done with closing. It is so done with closing. Oh. That's a bit better. Make a kite out of it? Do you know how to make a kite? Because I don't. Such a paper hoarder, it's treasure. I agree, it's so nice. I kind of want to use it, but I don't know how yet. Okay, what next? I kind of forgot to ink. Oops. Last week's sketch, so that's not done. I'll grab my sketchbook if I can find it. Oh. I actually don't know how to make a kite, but it's with popsicle sticks and paper. Well, does it fly? Because if it does... Oh, cut different windows in mat board and glue the papers behind. Then hang it in the window. Ooh. If I had the space on the wall, I think I would certainly frame a few of these and just hang them like that on the wall. Because they're so beautiful. I wonder if someone has ever made stained glass following the same patterns that you find on Chiogami paper. You can make it into a teeny weeny shoji screen to stand in front of a lamp or a candle. Ooh. That would look so good with the papers that had some designs and transparency on them. It's not artsy fartsy. She hasn't eaten beans lately. So you're just artsy, I guess. Shirogami paper reminds me of the work of another artist. Her name, if I remember right, it's May and Likudine. Her artist name is Mal, and she works in resin mostly, but she will sort of create how can I explain this? It's a multi-layered resin, and between each layer she will put items, and she works from cutting off pieces of washi tape and a lot of like really awesome patterns, and it makes for really beautiful paintings. Ooh, lumpy coffee. Not the best possible way. Blast that invisible sculpture and the people who want to spend real money on it. It's artists. Ugh. Well, at least it's not as bad for the environment as NFTs. But yeah, I mean... that's yummy. Invisible sculpture. Hey, Paulo! The grumpy chemist has arrived, so beware. I think it could be interesting to possibly maybe put some of the pretty paper on the surface, seal it in, and then had some watercolor ground, some transparent watercolor ground on top, and then paint on top of it. That could be pretty interesting, I think, maybe. Paint because I need to paint. I'm under no delusion of the value of that work in the art world. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing is that there is no... You cannot predict exactly what something will be worth because it's such a complex algorithm. Like that artist with its transparent sculpture. Like, it's either someone really eccentric or a con man. Because I understand like sometimes all the brain work that goes behind the more abstract or contemporary stuff. Like the The painting that's a white square on a white canvas or something, that's always sort of used as an example of like nonsense. But I remember in art class, art history class, the teacher explained like the painter's process and all the steps that took him to painting this specific painting and what happened after, and it was super interesting. But yeah, it's sort of meaningless outside of the context of it, really. Watercolor is undervalued anyway? Yeah. Because of course. A lot of contemporary pieces are more interesting if you know the process, but after that, it's boring. Yeah. I mean, it's still hard to reconnect the price tag of those pieces with their aesthetic and the thought process. I mean, you can find young artists that will put a lot of like process and brain work into their pieces nowadays, and it's not worth $100,000 million. So what is everyone up to this weekend? Trying to think of either like semi-famous artists that I know that work in watercolor, or if any famous artist that I can think of works in watercolor, and so far it's just depressing. So maybe I should switch focus. Oh, no problem, Ginger. I thought it was interesting that Ilma af Klint has been getting recognized recently, and it is never boring. Well, I don't know. I don't know boring, because after that you can see the piece and make sense of it. Probably binge on Netflix or something. Ooh. Listening to Caturday stream while I play in my Archambault. Ooh, that sounds super fun. Trying to find the right pigments to mix and get a nice salmon pink. So far I'm too orange. Well, to get a salmon pink, you need some sort of magenta in there. Definitely. Still trying to convince my dad to let me return the laptop I got for my birthday. So you decided that you wanted to return it? That's the current state of things. Packing in the morning, then going to buy more boxes around lunch, and then packing some more, and then crashing. Probably because the movers get here early morning the day after tomorrow. Are you gonna get pizza on the day of the move? There's very few watercolorists. If anything, I see people who work in watercolor use it as a testing phase for their oil or acrylics. Sorry. I'm bubbly a lot today. Yeah, there's I mean, if you look at all the recent artist set that Daniel Smith put out, there's definitely a few artists that do watercolor, but they sort of fit a bit all in the same genre. Just spent the past hour listening to Steve Mitchell and Marty Owens interview the legendary James Gurney. Ooh, and now I'm here with Evan, y'all. They did interview me too. It was so much fun. Hubby's out of town, so I'm up to nothing. That's cool, April. Yeah, digital art just isn't for me. Aw. My hope is to, in the distant future, be able to afford a tablet for digital art more. I have a Cintiq, but it's just so cumbersome to set up in front of the computer. So I'm still like, I'm glad that it's not a close goal, because I'm a bit undecided still. But in the meantime, it's fun to dream about it. I went for a hike with my sister, and then after that did some plein air painting. Ooh! I don't have 3 eyes. No! Aw. I mean, older artists in these modern times, watercolor is pretty popular for its waste prevention. It's also very portable. I'm not very tech-savvy myself, so having to keep track of all the layers and other stuff just sucks out the joy for me. Aw. I can understand that. If I didn't notice, no, I need to find... It's on Marty's channel, I think. I remember them interviewing James Gurney and Denise Sodden, and there's me too, and Mark Campbell, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, the cover is my face. Eep. Kind of want to reach out to my watercolor paints from all this watercolor talk. Surrender to the impulse. Do it. Somebody should interview Steve. Didn't Marty interview Steve? They have a couple of videos that it's just the two of them talking. You stretch the definition of watercolor to include gouache. That makes anime a watercolor form. Yeah, for the backgrounds and all the layout work. Nowadays, the animation itself is digitally colored, and before I think it was vinyl paint. The background artists at Ghibli Studio are mind-blowingly good, and they really use poster color like it's gouache. It's a flattering image. Well, I'm glad, I guess. It's a bit old, so it's been around for a bit. Too bad the last Ghibli movie was a flop. Which one was it? Hey, Steven, hi! Earwig. Oh. Okay, okay. Earwig needs. Oh, ouch! Watched it and it ended kind of abruptly, and I was like, "That's it." Was it a Miyazaki or just a Ghibli? Oh, it was Miyazaki's son. Oh no. Earwig and the Witch. I think that's it. Spent much of the last week doing stats problem. Ooh. Wow, Steven. The original book the movie was based on had no ending, as the original author passed away before she could finish it. Oh, interesting. Everything was weak. The world building, the plotline, the characters, and the CGI was bogus. Miyazaki-san doesn't have the best track record, sadly. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I was asking Mr. E, but yeah, we saw a bunch of Ghibli movies not long ago, and I was trying to remember which one we watched that are made by Miyazaki's son, and if we like them, and we quite enjoyed from Up on Puppy Hill. That one was quite good. It was made by the two of them, and Tales from Earthsea wasn't really great because it sort of made not a lot of sense. It was beautiful though. I think everything they do is pretty. And yeah, they don't have the best relationship, the father and the son. Makes sense when you consider Miyazaki hates anime. I wonder if that's a sort of an urban thing. Myth. Words. I don't think he... I mean, he's a director of animation. It would be a bit weird if he hated anime. I had to Google Ghibli. It's a Japanese animation studio. Yeah, he wanted to be like Disney. Oh, Grave of the Fireflies is one of the saddest movies ever. He believes in storytelling, not the anime establishment. Huh. I think Grave of the Fireflies was a... Is it Takahata, the director for it? Oh, it's been a while. I'm all rusty on my Ghibli movies knowledge. Have you guys ever watched Thunderbolt Fantasy? I have not. What is it about? The last animation thing we watched was Castlevania. I haven't cried so much at the story since Madoka Magica. Oof. That just sort of told us your age. Oh my gosh. You're so young. What am I doing? You're gonna have to bear with me. Thunderbolt Fantasy is a Taiwanese puppet show. Okay. It goes by Pili Fantasy. But I like traditional anime like Naruto, or Hunger x Hunger. I think watching Madoka Magica so young is what caused me to be so different from my peers. Oh. The only sort of puppet show that I can remember is not exactly a puppet show, but stop motion. And it was Buddy Thunderstruck. C'était ça, non? I think that was the name of it. That was pretty good. Whoa, Okuni, that's so cool. Hey, Dan! It's been a while. How are you? It's strawberry season around here. I'm so here for it. Ah, seriously? What, Dan? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I summoned you with my doodle of cats eating and picking up strawberries. What? No! Oh my gosh, Paulo, what happened? What did I do? I ordered another one. Oh my gosh, I hope this one will do better. We picked over 2 kilograms of strawberries. Man, how long do you think it will be before these are gone? No idea, but I'll endure it. Yes! In memory of Yuzu 1, we will have Yuzu 2. I hope you're ready to cook some jam, Dan. It's so unfortunate that strawberries don't really keep that well. Like, as is, you kind of have to freeze them or cook them because they blemish really quickly. I hope Yuzu 2 goes better. Did you notice if the leaves of Yuzu 1 had that sort of yuzu smell if you would just rub them a bit? You don't have to tear them out, you leave them on the tree, but you sort of rub them a bit and it smells of citrus. They freeze well enough. Yeah, strawberries freeze really well. Well, there's only 2 of us. I think I'll make ice cream with some of them. Ooh! If you freeze them, you gotta be careful to freeze them first on a cooking sheet with wax paper. Like you put them up separately and they freeze separately, and then you can put them in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. Otherwise they will freeze in a big mess and it's gonna be impossible to separate it. Speaking of, a random lemon seed left on my mom's sink started sprouting. Will you plant it outside? That would be so cool. High five, Amisha. Okay, coffee is done. Time to be hype. Sorry. I currently have banana freezing on a sheet like that. Because we had a couple of bananas that were a bit too ripe for me. So what I do then is, if it's cool outside and inside here, I cook them into muffins. And if it's too hot, I freeze them and make wannabe ice cream with it. It's nestled in a wet napkin in a small cup. Who knows so, though. My mom has a black thumb, but yeah, I'm not very good with plants either. I did manage to get a few plants of catnip to grow in the sort of front lawn, which is not exactly like mine, but shh, don't tell anyone. But the thing is that we have a lot of cats that pass by and they end up eating all my catnip plants, which is a bit funny. By the way, you can freeze tomatoes the same way, then thaw them and use like you would canned whole tomatoes. Oh, interesting! I have to go. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Okuni. I hope you have a great weekend. Say hi to the Marmalade Boys for us. Oops, sorry. Okay. Thaw in a bowl to save the juice. It's okay, I muted the sound on purpose because I was rummaging in stuff that was close to the mic. It should be back. By the way, speaking of food, I recently found a chef that sounds almost like you have. Oh, really? Is he or she, they French Canadian? That might explain it. I'm back, we had dinner. What did you get to eat, Nana? I once was searching because she mentioned she's of Russian descent, but she worked in France as a baker. French accents must spread like wildfire once you get... She lives in Boston at the moment though? Oh my gosh. So, Russian who went to France and then to Boston, she's bound to have a weird accent. Me, we had a simple salad, potatoes and tofu. Ooh, sounds awesome. Potatoes are so good. Team potatoes. I also got my Pfizer chip today. My internet quality is not awesome. Oh! Great news! Can you stick a key to your arm where you got the chip inserted? She's on YouTube under the name Helen Rennie. Did you see those videos, Paulo? People stick stuff through their arms now, and they say like, "Look, I'm magnetic," but it's just like surface tension. And it's a bit ridiculous to see them trying to prove that up, and it indeed always fails. I saw one video, perhaps you guys saw it too, but this dude is like, look, what's up with that? Like he sticks something metallic to his arm, like, and it sticks there. It looks like a battery or like a penny. It's a piece of small round metal or something, and he sticks it on, and it's on TikTok. And then someone sent him a message and said, okay, dude, try putting baby powder on your shoulder and then checking if the thing sticks to your arm. And the dude was I mean, seriously quite impressively willing to try it. Took out the baby powder, put some on his shoulder, tried to put the piece of metal, and of course it wouldn't stick, and his face kind of fell. and it was computing, and he went like, I think I owe all of you an apology. I'm so sorry. I'm so dumb. And I was like, oh, that's sort of a refreshing take on this, if it's not completely fake, of course, because, you know, it's internet. But yeah, I saw the nurse with the key and the bobby pin. And she was like, she was shaking. I mean, poor woman in a way. And she was trying to get the stupid key to stick to her, and it kept falling. And then the bobby pin held on for like a second. And she went like, see? And I was like, oh my god. Oh no. Hey, Ellen! I'm always magnetic. I think it's my personality, a lack of it, though. Aw, Paulo. But yeah, I mean, oof. I saw it in the H3 podcast from yesterday, and Ethan said that, like, or was it someone said that, well, at least these people still got the vaccine. And I was like, that's a fair point. They still got it. But yeah, the thing about making you magnetic, first it was that the vaccine would make you shed the full virus. So the anti-vax people had to put on masks so they wouldn't catch it from the vaccinated people, which is not a thing. Then it was the magnetic thing. I'm looking for words. I can't find any. There was also a video about some Republican politician dude sort of implying that perhaps we should try and find a way to change the orbit of the Earth so that climate change would stop being an issue. I was like, what? What did you just say? What? Hold on, say that again? Please stop, I can't afford to lose brain cells from hearing pseudoscience BS. But it's so funny though. Because like the option is either to laugh at it or to cry. Or to cry laugh maybe. It is a great idea, right? I think that the dude was saying something like, can't BLM or someone do something about the Earth's orbit? And I was like, are you punking me, dude? I really thought the school system when people say stuff like that. Well, the thing is, I don't see those, like, I don't know how to say it. I agree with you, but basically what I'm trying to say is that those moments sort of cement the fact that there's an issue with the school system. Period. It's not even a doubt anymore. It's for sure there's something off. Oh, that was Louis Gohmert, routinely thought to be the dumbest representative out there, and it was the orbit of the moon he wanted to show. Oh, sorry. Did they use a magnetometer? You know, a device used to measure magnetism? That would be way too scientific, Stephen. It's not fear-mongery enough. They're seriously considering simulating volcanic eruptions this year. Why? What? Hey, Phoebe, hi! Speaking of the cool system, here in the US, the state of Florida literally just banned the teaching of systematic racism. Yeah, that's... I'm trying to find words that are not mean or rude, but... Wow. More states are trying to do it. Oh, good grief. What the hell? I swear I'm tired living in this country. Yeah, that... I think we can all understand that. What is so hard to understand about systemic racism? It's hella basic. There are so many American friends I have that I want to rescue to bring someone else. The country was built to benefit white people and hurt people of color. What's so hard to understand? I think they do understand, and that's why they want to ban it, because it makes them feel bad. And they can't deal with that. So they would rather not talk about it. Like, if they don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, right? I feel like I'm trapped in some weird version of Invasion of the Brain Snatchers. So sick of white fragility. Ugh. I still remember in school we had to slow down our curriculum just to let the slower kids study for state tests. Well, I mean, I don't feel like that's a bad thing per se, because it gives the slower kids a chance to catch up and have some level of education. Like, I would rather that things go a bit slower than to completely boot them out of school. But it's an issue for sure. But there is some hope. A woman recently went viral for burning on her Confederate flag after actually finding out what it represented. Yeah. If anything, it's sort of nice to see. White privilege hidden. Blah. Blah. It's not bad for them, but for advanced classes, we were stuck wasting our time learning. Yeah, of course. Like, the issue is not in the idea itself, it's in the way it's set up generally. Like, either with classes being too big, not enough teachers, like, the teaching is not... I don't know how to say it, but things sort of need to be more sculpted to fit the people who are going to learn it, if I can... Not by omitting some info, but by sort of either making things a bit more slow or making things more fast. Just... The goal is to learn, so do what you have to do so people can learn. I feel like that's my 2 cents. I want to see your Adventure Cat in action tonight. Hey, Elysian, hi! Yeah, maybe streamlined. I was trying to say catered, but that's not exactly the word I'm looking for. It's like to try and prepare the content so it's presented in the most optimal way for the people who will try to absorb it. How the lessons are structured makes a huge difference too, yeah. I remember watching a video, it was about the gun stuff more, but it was a man who had one of the problematic guns. Let's say, I don't know nothing about guns, so that's going to be a bit difficult to set up, but he had one of those automatic rifle kind of guns, like the ones that are a bit too intense to be sort of owned by the common folk. And the dude was filmed himself sawing his in half rather than surrendering it or reselling it because it didn't want the gun to possibly be used in a bad way. And I thought that was really interesting. Like, if more people who shared the ideology of the people who are really resistant, like if they sort of see their friends doing the thing, it might help them understand what it's about. Blech. Words. When I was in high school a million years ago, we had different levels of classes, basic, general, and advanced. It helped a lot. I got to take more practical math courses, but more advanced English. That sounds really clever. It wasn't set up exactly like that for us. Oh, what did you retract, Phoebe? My brain will melt. Oh no. Like, the way it was set at the school I went to, you had sort of the basic level, and then you had the international level. And it basically meant that you had more science classes and harder maths. And more English. I feel like if I hear one more person say some BS about how racism doesn't exist, or call trans girls biological boys, my brain will melt. Oof. Yeah. I typoed what I said. Oh, no. Okay. It's so I can't wrap my mind around people saying that racism doesn't exist, because it's like, well, you saying it doesn't exist doesn't impact the fact that it does exist. Like, it's a thing. Oh, hey, Cyan, hi. Nice to see you. So you saw the kitty today. Yay, kitty. I heard Australia never had a mass shooting since they banned city. Well, the thing is you can never fully remove the risk of mass shootings, because people will find a way to get guns. But I think it probably happens a lot less, since it's not so readily available. And probably fall asleep soon, since I feel so relaxed. Oh, that's great. Have you noticed if the relaxing sauna sessions, they help with your migraines? Anyway, I'm intrigued by that Roman palette you talked about. Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh. It's so pretty, guys! I saw it and I was like, oh no! It's so nice. And I kind of want to put together a palette of Steve's colors. I think I have all of them. I'll have to check, but if I don't, I'll add them to my wish list. And I kind of want to sort of replicate his palette, because I was super excited about it. Yeah, Val, exactly. I was also intrigued by Steve's palette, but it's too expensive for me. You can possibly make a dupe of it quite easily, because I don't think there are any really weird pigments in there. I think the most unique-ish of the bunch is the neutral tint, because as far as I can tell, M. Graham is the only brand that uses a mix of green and pink for their neutral tint. But all the other colors are single pigments, and they're relatively common ones. Usually I avoid sauna if I feel migraine is coming near, since it triggers... Oh no, okay. But it is a good way to relax tense neck muscles, so it kind of helps if it's not too near. Okay, so if you're not having one at the moment, it helps, but if you are having one, it's best not to. Wow. Has the Q10, like the extra supplement you were talking about, did it help? Yep, I have more migraine-free days. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Oh, that's great. Yay, what a relief. Oh, I'm so glad it helped. And I bought like 5 packs. I plan on never running out again. Is it easy to find and affordable? Where does it stand in terms of availability and pricing? Also, Cyan, I keep thinking of you whenever I see camo patterns in green. I don't know why my brain made that association so clearly, but like I saw a bundle of stationery. I think it was something really like basic, like, oh, this is an eraser with a wrapper that has a green camo pattern and I don't know, like a mechanical pencil or something. And I was like, oh, Cyan would love that. It's like, come on, brain. Atol! Oh my gosh, are you covered in paint? What did I miss? Not too much. It's a bit serious in terms of topics in the chat. 100 tablets was 25 euros and it is well available. Oh, that's great. I mean, that's like €1/4 for a tablet. I think it's worth it to have less migraines, definitely. We talk about some conservative being stupid. Oh yeah, and people freaking out because apparently the vaccine made them magnetic. Oh yes, I'm covered in paint. I'll send you a pic. Oh no! I don't know where my phone is. Oops. Okay, hold on. I'll go grab my phone. Be right back. How did you manage that? How? Yeah, you have paint on your eyelashes, but you don't seem to have any in your hair, which I'm like, how? It's really sloppy paint. Oh man. Fortunately, the magnet vaccine rumor isn't true, but darn, I wish I became Magneto. Yep. Rollers are a harsh mistress, paint everywhere. It makes for a lovely finish, though. It's so nice and even. I once painted roof, never again. That paint went everywhere. I mean, now I understand why people often wear caps indoors when painting. It makes a whole lot of sense now. I was hoping for better 5G reception after my first... We were riffing on that, me and Mr. E, and how we got the first vaccine of the two. So does that mean we have 2.5G at the moment, and then we'll get the full 5G when we get the second dose? And that kind of stupid stuff. Staying home today, put up a car tent with my dad. Ontario is open again, so I will probably be going out even less now that the stupid war. Oh no! It's an issue, right? I had a laugh because I'm mean and I don't like big, not big, but areas of a lot of people and a lot of noise. And I saw that one of the parks nearby, where there's an area specifically for people to bring their barbecue and cook food and have sort of parties or whatever outside, it's been completely fenced off, and they're doing some work in there, so it won't be accessible for most of the summer. And I was like, ah, suckers. But that's because I'm mean. I'm knackered but really proud of what we've got done today. We now have a sofa. That's so cool. Toronto is packed. People outside shoulder to shoulder. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh, dude. I mean, it's not like Ontario did well in terms of all the waves. Like, you guys had a rough year. Oof, there was some major football game tonight, and people are gathering jam-packed to bars. Ugh. Mean and vindictive. There's a thunderstorm happening in my town, and I just saw a woman taking a walk from my window. Well, I've been caught outside when a thunderstorm came rolling in, so maybe that's what happened. I want to strangle my youngest son. He's afraid of the gingy blood clot thing. I thought that was the AstraZeneca one that had this fear-mongering thingy. I'm so sorry, Amisha. That sounds really hard to deal with. I'm totally pro dark side. I just feel like I love being mean like that. I don't necessarily think it completely, because I understand that it's more nuanced, but it's just like you had the whole fall or the whole spring or like a bunch of times where the weather is not so nice to figure that out, but they decided to start doing work as summer starts, when it's gonna get really warm and people are in their small apartments are gonna try to be outside as much as possible, and that's like the only area, the only place in that area where there's a space for that. And I mean, yeah, good job, city planning, good job. Hey Gwen, hi. It's even more funny because we've all seen how big Ruka is. So, like, what? Must have been some really strong wind. What are you talking about? A bunch of stuff, actually. Canada has 2 seasons, construction in winter. That's very fair. I mean, does other countries get oh, how can I translate this? But like, we have something we call les vacances de la construction, and it's basically 2 weeks of holiday for construction workers. Ice cream time. Ooh, yeah. If that is a Quebec thing, like moving it. Oh no, for real. So yeah, so there's summer is basically construction season, and on top of everything, there's 2 weeks of summers where all construction work stops, so that the construction workers can take holidays. Yeah, sure. Okay. Wait, what? Also, I'm glad I was able to find that ruler for you. Oh, did you talk about the ruler? Moving day, yeah. We talked about that before, but I'll explain again. In Quebec, we have moving day, which is usually July 1st. And it's sort of, there's a whole story to it. I don't exactly remember, even if I watched a video on it not long ago. And the way things were set up through time eventually led to a lot of leases ending and starting on July 1st. So since a bunch of leases end on that day, well, it means that it's moving day because a lot of people move around. So it ends up being moving day. Hey, Tsukaboo, hi! I ordered 20 of the rulers, they were only $1.30 each. Oh my gosh, I'm glad. Yeah, I was trying to find it because that's sort of my brain likes that kind of challenges. And when I found it, I couldn't read what was on the side because it was in Japanese. So I saw the model of the ruler and I read that it was 20 something. And I was like, it's kind of awesome that it ended up being on a Japanese website. So like, it's perfect. Like if it had been a Polish website or something and you're like, oh, I can't fathom it out, and Otto probably will struggle as well. But that was just like, oh, well, awesome. There you go. That moving day thing is so weird. It's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I bought it in Japan, so that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Indeed. I had never seen 20 centimeters rulers before, but it's actually clever. Moving day in Boston is September 1st. 50% of leases start end that day. Same idea. Yeah. I don't know why ours is like July 1st. It's Canada Day. So I don't really know. I don't remember actually. It used to be, I think, in May. But that was problematic for some reason, so they moved it forward to July. It's the perfect length for things like, oh yeah, It is annoying in the A5 books to sort of have to move the ruler around to get a line from top to bottom. I'm American, so finding a ruler in CM was surprisingly difficult. Yeah, I'm used here to rulers being in centimeters and inches. So when I get rulers that are possibly like straight up from the US that are only in inches, I'm always like, but there's something missing. I wound up pulling out my old CD player, put fresh batteries in it. Aww. That's so cool. It was problematic in me because it meant kids got... Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Wow, you remembered. So yeah, it was problematic in May because the school was still going. So kids had to switch school at the end of the year. Aw, YZ, what? What's the best thing you ate this week? Oh, speaking of rulers, I don't have it handy, but I possibly have one of the most obscure rulers. And it's the one that's in point, pica, and inches. And it used to be useful for graphic design. But who uses that anymore? Yeah, that video was super interesting, especially about the fact Scotland used to have it too. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I saw something like I was perusing a site called Realtor Point. Oh, where's my Point Pique-Pouce? Hold on. T'as-tu une règle Point Pique-Pouce dans tes affaires, toi? Non. Hold on. C'est que j'ai mis. Bon, allez, cochonnerie. I can't remember where I put it. And it's a stupid size too. It's like 18 inches. Yeah, it's PICA. It's a measurement unit used in graphic design, I think, for the height of type fonts and that kind of stuff. I don't remember where it is. I used to know, but... Oh, I think I know where I could find it. Hold on. Uh-huh. Ah, found it. There it is, stupid thing. Right, sorry. So that's the thing. It still has my name on it, because when I studied graphic design, we all had the same ruler. And sometimes people were like, oh, do you have your ruler handy? So I ended up putting my name on mine just so it's easier to track. But yeah, it's a bunch of weird units on there. So you got inches from 1 to 12, and then from 0 to 6, so 18 in all, but split. You have straight up to 18 on the other side. This here is supposed to be picas. The holes, I guess they were to put it in the binder, maybe? I don't remember. I mean, when I started graphic design, we were sort of going into digital. So the ruler was mostly used to prepare demos, like where you would use your X-Acto blade and prepare mock-ups of stuff. I once sliced open my finger on this ruler, which was not a fun paper cut. The magenta radishes? Oh my gosh! Yum. A pretty big binder. Yeah, that's why I'm sort of doubting it. I know we had some weirdly sized stuff in graphic design, but 18 inches, and like these holes are evenly spaced, but not like, and like these are evenly spaced, but not between themselves. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, and you have like 9 points. I guess maybe it was to set up, like, if you had lines of writing, you could sort of measure them, but not useful when you have a computer. Also, what I was gonna say is I was looking at realtor.ca, which is sort of a big website of that categorizes all the places to buy in Canada, and I really enjoy like going on the map and going to odd places and seeing what's available there, the name of places, what kind of properties are on sale over there. And I went on the side of the Eastern Canada, and you know we have Nova Scotia, which is basically like New Scotland. In French we call it Nouvelle-Écosse, so New Scotland. And it kind of cracked me up because it has cities like New Glasgow and all of that. I was like, that's kind of an odd mix of like Otto and I. It's like Scotland, but in Canada. And I was like, what the? It just cracked me up. Now, they used to make big binders like that. We can still get a few oddball sizes for the office supply part of it. Oh, really? Wonder if it's like Scotland. Speak French with the Scottish accent? Yeah, possibly. The English that is spoken in on the eastern side of Canada is quite unique too. And you also have, oh, what's it called? It's Acadie in French. But it's a region over there that speaks a bit French. But it's their own dialect of French. And sometimes they speak French and English together and it has a name. And I think it's named Chiac. But I don't remember for sure. I would have to check it up. My dad had a metal ruler with the cork backing. Well, it's, I mean, like this, that's fairly common nowadays. They're super handy because they slip less. So if you want to cut stuff with a blade, you can use these. They work a bit better. Acadian French is nuts. It is. I can't follow it. Like, I have no idea what they just said. Or Fringlish, really? As the late great Stan Rogers said, the Scots washed up on Cape Breton, and it looked like home to them. Aww. Would make sense why they called it like Nova Scotia. Oh, the cork rulers are good for everything. Seriously. It's super handy. I have a bunch of them. I have 12 inches, 18, and 24. Because when you're trying to cut imperial sheet paper, it's a bit difficult. So I take out the big ruler because it's 22 by 30 inches. So my 24 inches ruler just about covers the smallest side of an imperial sheet. It's a kaboo. Oh yeah, we have a great accent. Did they say a boot and souris a lot? Sorry. A boot, a boot. If they were wearing a buffalo plaid, I'm gonna die. Literally, east coast of Canada is the other half of Europe, separated by millions of years. And a tectonic plate, very similar geology. How is it on the latitude, though? Because I understand that the geology at first was the same, but it definitely ended up being not exactly in the same meteorologic conditions. I mean, the purpose for the cork is meant for leather working, one other thing. Yeah, of course, but I mean anything. The metal is handy because you can't carve into metal with the blade, and the cork is super practical because it won't slip. This one that I showed. Oh, sorry. This one is not corked, and it's so slippery. I remember, like, when we were trying to cut stuff up, you really had to be careful on how you would hold the ruler, like, because if you hold it at an angle, it would slip. So you really had to hold it like straight down and be careful not to slip. It was an expensive ruler too, I think. A Canadian dinner jacket. I remember one of the fellows had a plaid shirt on with red star. Oh my, no. Oh, so cliche. A Canadian dinner jacket. Oh my gosh. And the formal hat is one of those Davy Crockett ones made of raccoon. Little beaver. I don't know what that was. Oh, that sounds really interesting, Ellen. How's Becco? She's sleeping. It's still vrooming. I'm still hearing it. But we thought those fellows would still be struggling with the tent today. It's really time consuming to draw a bunch of strawberry blends. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and come back real quick. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Could always just paint the that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Well, I mean, very sure that's not what strawberry plants look like. Okay, so I brought snacks back. Because I thought it was kind of funny, so I have two of those. And the first one that I found is this, which I told myself I was gonna keep for the stream. Because, hold on, noise. Hey, Mikey! So, as you guys know, I can't have genuine Doritos because it's full of cheese and pain sucks. But I saw those, and those are like vegan. And I was like, oh my god, can I partake into the nacho chips fun for 1 week? But I don't know if they're good, so I'm gonna try that out. Oh my god, the text on this. Sorry for the noise, but are you ready for a super cheesy taste experience? Well, friend, say hola to our vegan nacho tortilla chips. And since they're a flavor everyone can love, they're perfect for making a friend. Or 10. Yeah, Que Pasa is the brand. I think they're local, so points for that. But yeah, hold on. It's gonna be noisy, so I'm gonna just mute the mic for a sec. Alright. I don't know why they try so hard to be like, but it tastes just like cheese. I mean, it's not gonna taste just like cheese. Why do you do yourself that disservice? That ingredient list looks long. Hold on. It's mostly the seasonings. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because the tortilla chips itself is basically corn and oil. And what do they call it? Lime. Hydrated lime. So that's usually what goes into tortilla chips. And most of the rest of it is just the seasoning. I don't usually get those, but I was curious, so. Veux-tu goûter?
À quoi?
Ceci? Des nachos vegan?
Ouais, tu manges.
Pas mauvais.
Oh, chien, c'est de où, là?
C'est dans la commande de Well. Tu sais, je t'ai dit, j'avais commandé du sac. Ouais. Yeah, they're fine. Oh, that sounds awesome, Ginger. Yay. Are they tasty enough to earn friendship? I think so. So it's like my wannabe Doritos. Not gonna be crunching in your ears too long. But I was just so happy to be able to take part in the Dorito funds. And the other thing I brought is this. So as you may know, Quebec, Canada produces a lot of cranberries. And they're not the most exciting fruit out there. Dorito ASMR, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, basically they're trying to make us eat cranberries. I don't know why they call this, like it's written as candy. Candy? Oh no, Mikey! Oh no. Yeah, cranberry orange is a really sort of frequent mix. These are vegan as well. But they're strawberry flavored and sour strawberry, so they probably have natural strawberry flavoring and citric acid. So it's cranberries, cane sugar, citric acid, natural flavor. So I was like, yeah, but they call that like, they were calling them like gummies, and I'm like, as if. Oh no, Mikey. Yeah, maybe you need to go there just so they can give you the stuff that will calm your stomach down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're not kidding. I don't know if you can see all the citric acid that's in there. It's like the sour gummies that are full of crystals on them. Oh, they smell good though. Peut-être que tu feras ça après.
Ok.
C'est bon, là? Okay, okay, I'm okay with it. Yeah, we're sending you a bunch of Uggs, Mikey. That sounds awful. They should give you, like, that stuff to have at home so that you can just take it whenever you start being sick for a day or two. Without having to wait for things to get really bad and then having to move to the hospital and... Yeah, it's a lot of citric acid. Shoulders are protesting. Well, maybe you should just take a break because you don't want to injure yourself. Have accident. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Hey, thank you for being here, YZ. I hope you have a great weekend. See ya later. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really surprised still by the positive feedback that I get on those videos. And I'm not mad at it. Hey, Lucine, hi. I think I'm just gonna add grass here. Or maybe some hint of clover. I'm not eating anything in this. Oof. Oh, that's so bad, Mikey. I'm so sorry for you. It sounds really difficult, and like every time something's like it's like a bit better, then it goes bonkers again. Question from other half: do you have Biscoff in Lumberjack? We've been having Biscoff the last 5-10 years. I see them in spread. I see it as the cookie, and recently I saw that we're starting having the sandwich Biscoff. Yeah, that's what they call lurking. And yeah, I think Biscoffs are vegan, right? Stephen, I think they're dairy-free at the very least. It's so funny how many items of like convenience fast food are vegan. Like Oreos are vegan, and quite a few crisps and chips and snacks. I've been quiet because I'm eating nachos. Yes. Oof. Trying to refine my sketch, and I'm really not doing a great job at darkening the lines I want to. Is that... Wait, hold up. Oreos are vegan? Yep. They're not healthy, but they are vegan. The regular ones, I don't know, sometimes they put out like weird flavored ones or whatnot. Those I don't know exactly what's up. But I know that regular Oreos are vegan. Vegan junk, yep. There's one flavor of Doritos that is vegan as well. Snacks, well, there's quite a few like salty snacks that are vegan, because like chips, crisp, depending on the flavor, there should not be dairy in quite a few of them. Hint of lime tortilla chips, leftover Nashville hot. Whoa. The more you know. The beer can be vegan. Why would beer not be vegan? They look cool, but we can't get the pink. Pink what? I really want to get the Lady Gaga Oreos, but... Oh, you can just say that those were the only ones left at the display. Like, nobody's gonna argue with that. Or you can say, oh, no one wanted those, and then your disguise will be perfect. Though from what I've heard, they're not very good. They're banned due to what's in them? What do they put in there? Depends on additives. Whey, lactose, honey. Depends who's making it with what. Trying to remember. But yeah, regular Oreos are vegan. I think the ones I prefer, the fudgy ones, are also vegan. I think Pop-Tarts are vegan as well. Depends on, like, maybe not the chocolate Pop-Tarts, but the fruit-flavored Pop-Tarts, I think, are vegan. But though nobody should go out of their way to get those, because, ugh. I love the double stuff with extra cream. Did you get the? Did you see the one they call the most stuff? I think. I think not the icing. The icing of what? Pop-Tarts? It's the driest icing in the world. I'm gonna be really surprised. I love Pop-Tarts, but they're really bad for you, and they kind of used to be better. Or, I don't know, as a kid, you kind of can gloss over the fact that they're not that great. I never got the chance to try those. Oh, you can't find them anymore? The most stuffed Oreos, they're so thick. Icing on Pop-Tarts contain gelatin. Really? What? Yeah, that's weird. Though, do you know if it's gelatin? I think they make it with more with pork than beef, actually. And doesn't make it any less vegan, but... Using Pop-Tarts? Reminded me of Cabin in the Woods. Oh, I don't remember that part of it. Oops. I spit on my drawing. Oh, is it? No, that's... Whoa, that's a fleck of citric acid from earlier. What the heck? Lady Gaga even contacted RuPaul to appear in Drag Race in order to... yeah, I saw that. It was lovely. I assume the gelatin is a more stable form instead of egg white. Well, they don't even... I mean, come on, the icing on Pop-Tart looks like it's just sugar and water. It's dry, it's thin, it looks terrible. Can probably quote the entire film. Oh my gosh, really? I think I saw it only once. Hey, enjoy your lunch, Jelly Bean. We prefer toaster strudels. Oh, I can add a new story to the long list of things my brother ate that I thought were dreadful. But he would microwave his toaster strudels instead of toasting them. I'm not gonna say more. I don't know what's up with the obsession with the microwave. And he's gonna watch this video and be like, ah, sisters, shut up. You're being so mean. And I'm like, yeah, but you were microwaving toaster strudel. It's in the name. It's a toaster strudel, not a microwave strudel. Toaster strudels, they're, you know what a Pop-Tart is? Well, picture a Pop-Tart that instead of having that really hard cookie kind of dough, really dry, it has flaky dough. It's like 2 layers of flaky pastry with fruit preparation in the middle, and they would come in the box with little packets of icing. So you would toast your toaster strudels, take them out, like they were absolutely plasma hot, and then you could use your packet of icing to draw your own thing on the strudel. So you could draw a face, you could draw whatever you wanted. Toaster strudels are like the croissant version of a Pop-Tart. That's well said. One must choose their junk carefully. Oh my gosh, that's a really funky phrase to be taken out of context. I eat other junk. What kind of junk food do you like, Stephen? You don't seem to be really into junk food, so I'm curious. Yeah, the toaster strudels are frozen instead of just being dry in a packet. Hey, bye Val. Have a great weekend. Oh my god, it's there! One must choose their junk carefully. I mean, come on. Where's Heather when you need her? Chips, soft drinks. Okay, so you're more of a savory kind of person. Not so much sweets, but savory stuff. Do you consider like chips that would be just like fried potato slices with salt? Do you consider that junk? Or is that kind of okay because it's really limited in ingredients? Nothing beats a toaster strudel heated up by a campfire. Ooh, whoa, what? Wow. Oh man, if you get the corners burnt a little bit, get some of that smoky flavor in there. Nom, nom, nom. We're gonna make everyone hungry again. PC brand spicy ginger beer. It is less sweet but still soda pop. It sounds amazing. I haven't shopped at a place that has President's Choice, but as far as I remember, they were the sort of star brand that was really making an effort to bring interesting flavors, sort of a discount Trader's Joe in Canada. Because like on paper, spicy ginger beer sounds really tasty as opposed to something that's completely artificial like well, any other kind of soda, I guess. Over here we have I often see them when I do the groceries, but there's a local company that has it's carbonated drinks, but I think they're possibly a bit healthier. But they have flavors like, they have root beer, they have yuzu. They might have had maple. Hey Trisha, hi! I have my veggie pasta, no hunger here. It has meat, but the sauce is made with blended up veggies. Oh, interesting! I'm still paying the price for mentioning stress eating Oreos early. Oh no! Still getting a ton of weight. Oh no! Ah, they're targeting you with the ads. That's so disgusting. I'm not into junk food at all. Well, that's possibly a blessing. It saves you a lot of mental stress when walking through the chips aisle at the grocery store, I guess. I can't stand root beer. I can't stand carbonated stuff in general. I saw a thingamajig not long ago that was a device that would turn your carbonated stuff flat. And it cracked me up because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want one. But like, that's for me. I recognized myself in that stupid device. I was like, yep, that's the good life. Buy something carbonated and then make it flat. I just can't drink that stuff. It hurts. and then it makes me feel awful. Someone I'm related to but don't even remember meeting likes to tag me in posts on Facebook for weight loss. Ugh. Hey, best of luck, Mikey. I hope things get better soon, and if not, if you end up having to go to the hospital, I hope they can help you quickly. Because that's not great. Oh, it's a dude too. Well, I mean, with your username, I'm sort of assuming that you're possibly a woman. Correct me, please, if I'm not right. But it's, in general, I feel like it's a bit more awkward if the person you barely know is of the opposite gender and tagging you into weight loss stuff. It's like, hey, F you, but also no thanks. Give me all your bubbles. Oh, you can have all the bubbles. Take them, please. Love carbonated drinks. I love a soda stream. That me, cat lady. Really funny because, you know, like as a kid, I think the only carbonated drink we had in the house was, I don't remember which one. It was either Coca-Cola or Pepsi. But I never drank it. And even when they would allow me to drink it, I would try it and be like, yuck. It's not the taste really that's the issue. It's the carbonation. So I don't like beers. I don't like champagne. I don't like... If it has carbonation in it, I'm really not interested. It's kind of a semi-blessing. Oh yeah, the La Croix. I wish they would offer like flat drinks with flavor in them. Oh, that's great, Trisha. Good job. RC Cola. Oh yeah, that's still available, right? You can still get RC Cola. What was the RC for? Oh, I'm trying to remember where I would spot RC Cola. Royal Crown, really? Oh my gosh, what's that? I thought it would be a sort of a name that I would recognize. FD2, but they're awful. Oh no. Flat drinks are called squash. Well, in the UK, but over here I don't know if we call them... I think they're mostly called juice or maybe flavored water. Royal Crown is just Canadian. Aw. Wasn't it the one that was available in places like Zellers? Like you would get the machines at the entrance, and instead of having like Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola stuff, they would have RC Cola. Juice, I find it hard to drink juice now. I find it too strong. I kind of have to dilute it with water. One thing that's really fun if you like water with taste, but are not into the sugar of it and don't like aspartame. No. Even stevia is ugh. But I've been doing like iced teas overnight, which is really the most basic stuff to do. You take a container, I take big mason jars, put the tea in there, add water, close it up in the fridge overnight, and it makes cold water that tastes good. And it's really, really easy to do with all those fruity teas. Sorry. Fruity teas. Nice! Nice! All the fruit flavored teas. They work really well for that because I personally feel like the fruit flavors hot are weird, but cold they're really, really good. In Scotland they're called diluting juice. I despise water. How can you despise water though? Your body is like mostly water. I hate juice. Oh yeah, that's not a good association. Ugh. This stream is going in the bin straight up. Oh my gosh. I have a fantastic blend of iced teas that I make from several. So glad Edinburgh has amazing tap water. I love tap water. I mean, you want it cold, you just put it in the fridge. Hurt my belly if I drink it all day. Well, if you drink it on an empty belly, it's not ideal. I know that if I drink water first thing in the morning, I get a bellyache too. But yeah, iced tea that are just like cold brewed tea is really amazing. Oh, Otto, I wanted to ask, did you end up trying the peach tea that I sent you? I was curious to know if it fell into the category of rooibos that you like or not. Oh wow, root beer from scratch. I don't think we can get root beer. Yeah, that's, you probably have a lot of different but delicious stuff over there. Root beer has the flavor of wintergreen, yeah. Minty cool, ugh. I have to be honest, it wasn't quite my thing. Oh, but I'm glad you tried it. If you... I would perhaps... I'm eager to try it as iced tea, personally. But yeah, if you don't like it, that's fine. I was just surprised that for a rooibos tea, it doesn't taste like pencil shavings. And in that sense, it reminded me of the really tasty chai tea. The chai rooibos. It's called Dandelion Burdock in the UK. Root beer. Root beer? That's a great typo. Oh, it was a kid rolling by on a kid bicycle or something. Do you drink iced tea in the summer, Otto, or if you keep up with the warm teas because it's not that hot in Edinburgh? I have an elderberry wine recipe from my grandfather's cousin. She was a terrible cook, but she made fantastic booze. Oh man, that's so funny. No, but I do love iced out lattes. Oh, that sounds yummy. Favorite teas, it really depends if it's a hot or a cold tea for me. If it's warm tea, I really like black tea with either spices like a chai or Earl Grey or any of the Russian teas from Kuzmi. If it's cold tea, then I will go toward more like a green tea with fruit flavorings. Damn. I mean, you want to be, I love the Lipton mango tea. East Frisian Golden Black. You have access to the tea shop you mentioned. They have really awesome teas over there. I was checking it out the other day. But yeah, in the winter, I could probably only take the Kuzmi chai and be really happy with it, because their chai is so good. But in the summer, I kind of prefer cold tea, and feel like green tea and fruit flavors go really well with cold tea. Rosehip and hibiscus. Oh my good grief, you can have all of that. That's all for you. Congratulations. Oh wow, what? It's so hard to find fruity teas that don't have a bunch of hibiscus in there. Like, yeah, but it gives a nice red color. Yeah, but I don't care. It's super bitter. That's all I taste. I only taste the bitterness of it. I want sugar in my hot tea, but my iced tea. I'm the other way around. If I have to have sugar in something, it's gonna be more in the cold stuff than in the warm stuff. Yep, Diane, who owns Distinctly Tea, is always good to me. Aw, she's so nice. That's so lovely. That's like the best thing about smaller shops, is that you can really sort of end up liking these people. Matcha is good, but it's really hard to find fresh matcha. Like bright green grass matcha. Unless your grandfather owned a tea farm. Oh my gosh, really? That's kind of really cool, right? I was able to get really fresh matcha once because it was sold in little tins that were vacuum sealed. So when I ended up opening the seal, the tea was still bright green in it, instead of being a bit more muted green. It's still good, but there's something about fresh, bright green matcha that is really unique. And I can't do the whole ceremony with the whipping thing, but what I do is either I get the hand whisk or I put it in the blender. It works. It's not delicate or fancy, but it works. Oh, now I kind of want a matcha. Oh my gosh, Otto. Really? Oh, that would be really neat. Is matcha a really fancy thing over in Japan as well, or does it become fancy when it's exported? Not in the sense that like, oh, it's just a casual thing, but over here, whenever you see the really fancy matcha. It's like really, like, it's almost like it comes with the little gold box and the person serves you with gloves and it's super fancy. Hey, Pico! Hold on. Pico! Viens me voir, mon raton! Salut, pépette! Non, maman, ça glisse! Oui, j'essaie d'essayer de faire un son, puis ça n'a pas sorti. C'est pas grave. On t'aime pareil. Salut, Pico! Salut, Pico! Pico, Pico, Pico! Pico, Pico, Pico! Pico, 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 Pico! Well, you got to see her before leaving, Otto. I think that's good timing. Otherwise, you would have missed her entirely. Hey, Pico. Hey, Pépette. Tu veux te montrer ta face? What? No? So that's yours now? What else is yours? What else is yours? Allô, Minette, allô. Salut, mon minet. She's shedding so much. Yeah, Pico woke up just in time to see you, Otto. Well, to send her love and her fur to you through space and time. Hey, Minette. Hey, mon baby. She heard us talking about tea and decided to make her presence known. I am named after tea, so I'm relevant to this conversation. Hey, Pépette. Ah, tu ronronnes? Tu devrais ronronner dans le micro, les amis, ils aimeraient ça. Achou! Achou, achou! Put in the mic just for Otto, just for a sec. Come on, do your thing. Of course, a car passes by. Otto is sending you all the love. All of the love. You're so pretty. Oh. Tu perds tellement ton bois épais que ça n'a pas de bon sens. I'm just gonna plaster it on me and then find a roller and roll it out of me. Look at that, I mean, what? This is just through paying her. You're the best, Pico. You're the best. Oh. She's purring so much. Oh, have fun preparing dinner, Ellen. Oh my gosh, t'es en train de baver partout. She's drooling. Berk! Pico, tu baves partout. She's drooling. Minute. En pipit. Tu vas aller voir dehors. Hein? Oh my gosh, what? It is truly Caturday. We talked about food, art, tea, and there's a cat on screen. Hey, Pipit. It's absurd how much she shed. I don't think I've ever seen her shed so much. Alright guys, so I think that will be it for the stream today. We're almost at time and you guys have stuff to do. And Doritos, we talked about Doritos and... T'en as mis partout! Oh my gosh, she's sprayed drool all over. Dégueu, Pex. Dirk. So thank you guys for being here, and I hope you have a great weekend, and we will see each other next Saturday, or on the Discord if you enjoy chilling over on the Discord. So, bye guys, take care and see you all next time. Bye! Purr purr. Purr purr purr.